What is up, my friends? You are welcome along to a new segment that we have added after games here. You are going to get myself and Mr. Paddy Murphy giving you a bit of an in-depth match reaction. Paddy, initial thoughts, mate, on the game?
Very poor, disappointing, missed opportunity, and it was just a poor performance. Really, really drab, really dull, and yeah, we're in a world of pain right now.
Look, if we start with the team selection, then if we're looking for any positives, and I promise people are going to try and be positive, at least Klopp isn't putting faith in the failures, or he's not putting faith in the Fabinhos and the Hendersons that aren't working. I was delighted to see that he gave Bajcetic the start.
Likewise, absolutely buzzing to see that. He did say in the week he was considering him, which is good because I think after his performance in the cup, he was very deserving. Um, and yeah, listen, he didn't have his best game, but again, it's a very hot atmosphere, and he'll learn more being on the pitch for these games than being on the bench looking on. And he's a player that I have faith in that if nurtured properly, he could, as cliche as it is, save us a few million in a future transfer window because I do think he can be that good.
I think he's brilliant, yeah. And to be 18 years of age and look as accomplished as he did. And do you know what else impressed me with him today, Paddy? That he took the yellow card and still managed his way through the good chunk of the second half he was on for. He's a well-educated young footballer, you can see.
Yeah, very mature brain on his brain on his head, or head on his shoulders even. And he's a youngster. Some youngsters you just know kind of have it and are good enough and will nurture into that great player. And he's one of them, which I have a lot of faith in. And hopefully his rise will be meteoric.
I can't speak for you, Paddy, but when I seen the team sheet, I thought, oh, here we go. We're finally going to see Mohamed Salah through the centre, put Gakpo into his favourite left-hand side and put Elliot onto the right. And I don't know why, but Jurgen Klopp seems to insist on playing Cody Gakpo out of position when he's already lacking confidence. And I'm a bit confused by it.
Yeah, there's a couple of scenarios like that, but it's Cody Gakpo, he's already coming under a lot of scrutiny, which is annoying, but it's to be expected. He is a specialized left winger. That is his position. That is where he's best at. He's been vocal about that in the past, and he's not being played to his strengths, which is it's frustrating. Not only is he being thrown into an already disjointed side, but he himself is being thrown into a disjointed position. So it's not going to help with his progression whatsoever and integration. But listen, even though it isn't his preferred position, he still should be doing better with a couple of the chances he's getting. But it'll come. He's been banging them in the Eredivisie. He's not going to magically forget how to play football. It's just we need to get a bit better as a team before he can truly reach his potential.
Yeah, look, he's come in at a tough time, hasn't he? We've got none of our left-sided attacking players there. We're devoid of confidence, and he's coming into a new team and a new league and being asked to do a lot. One thing, though, Paddy, I want to ask you is, why are we not able to get Mo as involved in the games as we would like? Because there were times in the first half, in particular, where he was on the halfway line with his back to the Chelsea goal to try and get involved and play.
I just think that Mohamed Salah is declining at a rapid rate, in my honest opinion. I think his days as a right winger are done. I just don't feel. I don't know about you. I just don't feel confident anymore with him running through Angola. I don't expect him to pull out of the bag. He just looks very untidy in his play. And I much prefer him through the middle, which is another player I wish Klopp would play to his strengths because Mohamed Salah as a right winger does not work for me anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with you about him on the right hand side, and I don't know if it's because people are doubling up on him, if he's too predictable in his patterns of play. But I do agree with you that I think he's at the point in his career where I'd like to see him. I'd like to see him turn himself into a centre forward because I do think
Mm.
1-on-1 with the keeper of the three lads that were on that pitch today, he's the one I'd be most confident going through on goal. But you know what really confused me, Paddy, was when we finally got to see Darwin brought on, we still put Gakpo to the centre. That absolutely infuriated and baffled me.
Yeah, no, listen, I think we know that Darwin himself can do a really good shift on the left and at times has looked better there than in the middle. But again, I was like, surely you put Darwin through the middle and Gakpo in his preferred position and see a potential for them to link up. But he didn't do it. I don't understand some of the thought processes sometimes, but he is the boss. He should know best. But I think some of the decisions today were a bit silly in his personnel choices. I want to see Gakpo just play in his position and then judge him. Play him in the position that he's come to love in the Eredivisie. Like,
I mean, if there's any positive to be taken from today, I guess is that we kept a clean sheet just about with the help of VAR. Because 2 minutes in, Paddy, I was ready to smash my computer. If that had stood and we conceded from that corner, mate, I was ready to explode.
yeah, I mean, I know we got off, but again, to have conceded the goal in even though it didn't count, it's still so sloppy. And I was like you, I was absolutely at home fuming. I was like, here we go again. But I was also not surprised. Like, well, it's almost customary to concede the first goal now. But a clean sheet against Chelsea isn't necessarily a bad one. But Chelsea aren't firing on all cylinders themselves, so it definitely was a chance to catch them on the hop and beat Chelsea, which is a big name club, and get some momentum going. But we just never really looked like scoring ourselves, did we? And I don't know what's going on in that regard.
So when we made the second lot of substitutions, we've seen Fabinho, Henderson, I think it was the Jones come on. Now, can we talk about? We'll start off with Fabinho and Henderson. Their days as starters are surely numbered. And I want to ask you, Paddy, if an offer came in the summer for Fabinho, would you consider it?
I mean, yeah, I probably would at this stage, to be honest. I've just recently come to that a conclusion with Fabinho. Henderson, I've thought about that for a long time, but yeah, I think I would. I think his days are numbered. I just think he doesn't look like the right player whatsoever. Now, again, I don't think as a rotation player, I don't think he's a bad shout at all. But if for the money we got for him, for example, we could use towards a Bellingham or a Caicedo, I'd be all for taking the money.
And on Curtis Jones, look, we're going to have to be careful here because he's a born and bred Scouser. But Paddy, all he did when he came on today was show us that he had a nice new trim, mouth off to the referee, get himself a stupid booking, and once again prove that Jurgen Klopp's loyalty is misplaced.
He's just so irrelevant. He doesn't fit in anymore. He should not be coming on for Liverpool. He should not be featuring for Liverpool Football Club. He is not good enough, and I've said it for months ago. He is only still at the football club because he is Scouse. It's like there has to be a Scouse quota. And yeah, of course, I love to have Liverpool, the Scouse team, full of Scousers, but good Scousers, not useless Scousers that aren't good enough. And Curtis Jones, by God, he is not good enough. And yeah, he's just he was fouled, admittedly, for that, but he didn't react right enough. He's still shown severe immaturity in a player that's been around for 4 years or so now. He should be maturer than that, but yeah, he's just awful.
What I would say is, I mean, to try and be more analytical about it, if people disagree with us, just ask yourself, in the games he's come on in over recent months, name me one thing that he's done to change or impact the game in a positive way. Because today, Paddy, I didn't see one.
No, and I can't remember one for quite a long time. I mean, in fact, every game he's played, I think it's usually been in bad performances for the team, especially games he started. He usually is at the crux of everything that's not right with the team. He's just not. He hasn't developed. He's stagnated in his development. Like, he hasn't grown as a player since he first burst onto the scene. Yeah, just please, if he's still getting game time next season, we might as well throw the hat at it. Like, what's the point?
Do we have any confirmation of Carvalho at all? Why he wasn't in the matchday squad today?
No, I haven't seen anything come out about that at all. Which isn't ideal, but no, I haven't seen it.
It's concerning, isn't it, when you're seeing Jones getting in there and has had umpteen chances, but Carvalho is not even making a matchday squad. That's just worrying to me, to be honest with you, because I'd rather have Carvalho on the bench every day of the week.
Well, surely it's to do with injury, unfortunately. But surely that would make sense, because there's no way you're leaving Carvalho out of performance, because he was decent against Wolves and is a great player. But yeah, surely it has to be injury based.
And look, to try and finish on a bit of a positive, it was nice to see Stevie G before the game doing bits to try and convince Mr. Bellingham that his future should lie at Anfield.
Yeah, I think he said something to the effect, just tell me the time and I'll fly over. And as much as people might laugh at that, I think that could have a very important role to play, because that is his idol. And yeah, fair play to Stevie. I still love Stevie with all my heart, as you do as well, I'd imagine. It's always nice to see him. It's a shame it hasn't worked out for him in the managerial game as of yet, but who knows, maybe one day he can come back. But yeah, if he gets Bellingham over the line, he certainly will. If it's possible to go up in our estimation anymore, he will do that.
I think it's a matter of when and not if we see Steven Gerrard being, shall we say, introduced to Bellingham and his family. Because, yeah, as you've said, it's no surprise or no secret that Jude Bellingham idolised Steven Gerrard, and Liverpool's pitch, you can see in the newspapers, as being, we will turn you into the new Steven Gerrard. So, I mean, I'll take it, Paddy. I'll take any little bit of help we can get at this point.
We 100%. You know, we're going to probably be outweighed financially by some other clubs and maybe come in a bit short. So if we can use Gerrard to get that over the line, we might as well use every string to our bow.
Absolutely right, my friends. We're going to hand it over to you. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you agree with what myself and Paddy have said? Have we been overly harsh? Over to you again. Thank you to Paddy for joining me and for his match reaction. Don't forget to check Paddy out on his own Twitch channel as well, Mr. Paddy Murphy. And again, to our sponsors, Circle, thank you. But mostly to you guys for watching. Appreciate your time as always. And we will catch up with you soon. Much love. Bye-bye.